Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, just thought I'd shoot another video. If you guys saw the video from earlier today, you know that I actually ran to Best Buy and picked up something while I was there. Got me a little gift. Something that I've been doing a lot of recently is I've gotten into cycling and wanted to get me a camera to go with it. I was torn trying to decide what kind of camera I wanted to go with, so I finally decided to go and get the GoPro. The biggest challenge for me was trying to decide whether to get the white one, the silver one, or the black one. And as you can see from here, I ended up actually, there you go, ended up getting the black one. I ended up deciding on going with the black one simply because the black one is about $100 more than the silver. And the black one actually comes with the wireless key fob, which is about $80. I also had $15 in rewards points to use. So realistically, it didn't cost me anything more to, you know, what, $5 to upgrade and go ahead and get the black one versus the silver one, which actually has a lot better options. Some of the options actually happens to be with the resolution. There's definitely a lot more resolution options. Trying to see if I can find it. I can't remember what all they are. Here we go. On the black one, this one actually goes up to, you can probably see there, 2.7 and 4,000, which is pretty impressive, which is not even really available on any TVs that's currently out in the market yet. So I got this. I also decided to go ahead and pick this up as well. This is a GoPro handlebar seat post mount, which it's probably a little hard to tell. Got a bunch of little adapters that's in there. So this is my first action camera, so this is all new to me. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this thing open and play with it a little bit. So you can see there's a piece of tape that's here across the bottom and a little flap. Let's see if I can get in here and try not to do like I see in many of the videos where people look like they're about to cut their hands off. Try to open packages with razor knives. Okay, so flap just kind of opens there, and not really for sure how this thing goes. So there's another flap that's inside there. It's got some kind of a sticky adhesive or something that's on the inside. Yeah, it's actually tape. It's there. Let's just throw that out of the way. There's another piece of that tape as well. Don't need that. And here's the box that's actually inside of the box. I don't know why they wasted so much money on packaging. Not too eco-friendly, is it? You can see there's like a little pull tab that's there. Let's get that out of the way. And let's see what happens now. This just lifts off. So you have your very own GoPro display case. Snazzy. here's a remote, which is strapped in, it looks like. And you have the camera, which is mounted to what looks like the base, which, sorry, that's my dog. As you can see, this actually lifts. There's a tie that's there. Let's go ahead and twist that. See if we can get this off. But yeah, I thought this would be pretty cool. I don't have a whole lot of time to be online much anymore, so I thought when I'm doing stuff, let me just use a camera and try to record as much while I'm doing things. So I thought this would be a pretty cool thing to do. And I'm hoping to do a lot more reviews, because I tend to buy a lot of gadgets and stuff, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to share. And basically this is like almost heavy-duty bread ties that's holding the remote in there. And we're almost there, guys. As you can see, you just kind of pull this out, slide that out of the way. So, as you can see, they just got it kind of wired in. So let's see what we can do to pull all these out. Okay. So the feel of it, I mean, it almost, there's two different textures. This part that's here has a plastic feel to it, and then this part is more of a rubber feel, which is good for gripping. It feels almost like a HTC, like the HTC One or one of those. You know how it has almost like a rubbery, grippy bite to it? But that's kind of how that feels. And try to get this. And a mode button, power button. Looks like it's a shutdown button as well, or that's a record. Oh no, I've got to figure all this out. It's got a little place for, looks like a wrist strap. And I think this comes out. There's a little lock lever that's there. So let's slide it over. Try to slide it over. There it goes. I know that somehow this thing charges, so let's see, there's still more, obviously more of the box, but anyway, there's that. And this is a remote, so you can actually remotely turn it on and turn it off, which is pretty cool. Like I said, this was $80 by itself. So if you're contemplating on between the silver and the black one, the black one's got all the features, plus it comes with the $80 remote. So it's just another thing. So let's see what we can do to get this taken apart. We'll go ahead and, like I said, all this is new to me, so I've got to figure this thing out, how everything works, because I really don't know. Okay, so there's little squeeze clips that's there. You squeeze those together and then push the camera that way, is what I can tell. So squeeze and pull. Pull. Okay. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, my phone was ringing. So here's a look at the camera, and as you can see, it's got a casing that goes all the way around it. and we'll come back to this in a minute. So there's the camera. I'm just going to set it off to the screen. There's this little plate. I don't know how this thing works. I know I want to save it. Let's save that for later, huh? Okay. Inside the box you get instructions. Before using your Hero 3 camera, a product update is required. I have heard that some people that have actually installed this update have had some issues with their camera, like freezing and locking up, so I probably won't be doing this. I'll let others go first. Not on a product that I know nothing about. You get this little Wi-Fi remote manual. Another little, go to GoPro.com and download the manual. Interesting. And warranty stuff, right? Okay, let's see what else is in the box. Flip it over. Sorry, the lighting's not good in here. It's raining here and it's quite dreary outside. So, okay. So here is this little adapter, which looks just like this one almost. Maybe this works in conjunction with another part. Let's see. Well, here's this. Which looks like does that. And then I guess this goes on that part. Or something. I don't know. Still got to figure it all out. And what else do we have? This funky little cable. Look at that. So we got standard USB on this end, and then we have a proprietary, and that I can tell actually is what went up into that to charge it. See the little pins? So I bet if we slide this over, pull that out, you slide this in, let's go this way, there we go, into that. That's how you charge it. Interesting. I wonder why they decided USB to charge everything with. Pretty much everything's going USB, if you noticed. Then you get additional USB cable, which I'm assuming every time you want to charge this you have to pull it out of the case. Anyway, we'll come back and look at that in a minute. So here's the cable. Stickers. Woohoo! This is the battery. 3.7 volt, 1050 milliamp. I can see why people were complaining about battery life. Man, that thing is tiny. I mean, that's my thumb. Yeah. That's the battery next to the remote. Itty bitty. And well, they include a little key ring. Little key ring for that. That's a pretty cool idea. And there's a little package. It actually has a couple of mounts in it. Let's go ahead and tear it open. Let's see what we got. So here we have one mount that has a slight curve to it. And from what I've seen online, this one's kind of designed for bike helmets. Something like that. This one has a flat bottom. So you have these two options when it comes to the mounts, which these actually go into. So these just slide in it and basically lock into place. Yeah, as you can see. That's all there is to that. So you have those two. Then there's this. I don't know what this is. I don't know. If anybody knows, feel free to chime in and tell me, because I honestly have no clue. What does it say? I'm sure it's in a pamphlet somewhere, but who reads pamphlets, right? Here's an additional door that actually can replace the one that's on there. If you're like me, you've already probably read most of this stuff online. This one actually is open, as you can see. See? And it has a little rubber padding there. This one's actually designed to allow the sound. It's been picked up on the GoPro much better, because the mic is, I think, located, yeah, can we get it? Somewhere like right there. So it's all behind the plastic. This is sealed, so you can actually throw this in your swimming pool and it's completely protected. But you're not going to be able to hardly hear anything. So if you're using it in other situations, then you would actually put this door on so you can get much better audio, truer sound. And I'm not for sure how it gets replaced and all that yet. But let's see if we can figure it out. So here's a look at the camera again, and we're going to see if we can get this bad boy open. There's a little push button that's here. There is another push button that's there, and there's another one that's located there on the top. And from what I understand, you push this over that way, and then this you flip up. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, that's what it does. It pops like that, which in turn releases the door and breaks that seal. Doesn't really break it, but you know. And then the camera itself actually comes out. There's a little thing there. It says remove. Maybe I should remove that. So anyway, here's the camera. Holy smokes, this thing is tiny. This is nuts how small this thing actually is. I would show you it against my Note 2, but unfortunately I'm using that to record this with. I have my dirty, but this is my Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1. Screen's probably dirty on it. I apologize. I'm in my office. So that's my Note 10.1. So let's take it and just see how big this is. Wow. Is that tiny or what? Look at that. This thing is very tiny. And then I also have, let's see, my Samsung T Smart PC Pro, the 700T version. As you can see, that's it. And let's compare it with that. Wow. It's tiny. Trying to think of what else you guys would have. How about an Xbox controller? Let's try that. Hang on. Okay. This is an Xbox controller. And it almost fills that opening. It is extremely small. It's about the same height as the Xbox controller. That gives you any kind of idea. And I just dropped it. Okay, so let's take a look here. We've got, this is the back, and here's a little place where you can slide over, and you slide that, and I guess that's where the battery goes. The door. Yep. Door goes in there. And let's put the battery in. And let's take a look at this. So as you can see, there's little prongs in there. It looks like there's really only one way this thing actually goes in there. There's even a neat little lift tab that's there. The battery fits very snug. Very, very snug. Which is good. Some little hinges you can see there that actually clips. Oh, I see how it goes. See those little feet? So it goes in like this. And then I would probably pull this back, because that door seems, those clip pieces seem fragile to me. So now we have the battery in. This is a little expansion port to where you can buy a thicker battery, or an add-on battery, or an LCD screen, and it'll stick directly to the back of it. This is the top of the unit, and that looks like a record button to me. Again, I really don't know anything about them. That looks like a place for a microphone. Here's a little door that opens. That looks like it's just waiting to get lost, because it just has those little rubber niblets that actually insert into those connector points. Let's see if we can get a good picture of what this is. No, it's not going to do it. Okay. Micro SD, which is here. USB port. And then HDMI connection, which I think that's a micro HDMI. I don't know if I have one of those cables or not. If you're looking for cables, I would go to monoprice.com. Excellent place to go. And I'll put this door back on before I lose it, because I know I will. Okay, so I'm back. I had to take a break for a second. And so I'm here just looking at all these adapters and so forth. So with this, basically, looks like we just unscrewed this from there. I'm mostly going to be using this on my bike, so get that off. Oh, I see. Just a little clip thing. Just prevents it from swinging back and forth. So if you remove that off, you already have it. So with this, you have multiple bases. That's pretty cool. Let's let's see if this thing has any power. Let's see if we can figure out how to turn this thing on, because honestly I have no idea. So I'm thinking that's the power button. Let's see. Okay, I did that. I just saw some lights blink. No SD. So anyway, now that we have all this stuff in pieces everywhere, let's see what we can do to actually get it put together and see if we can use it. What do you guys say? Alright, cool.